Picture this. It's Sunday, 6:45 a.m. on a beach. You can smell the seaweed. As I stand there in the fresh breeze, I'm nervous. This is my first ever triathlon. 3, 2, 1, and we're off and straight into the mayhem of a mass start in water. Suddenly, an elbow in my face. I've gulped in seawater. Then the mayhem kicks off inside my head. You didn't say it would be this hard. Look, there's someone over there being pulled out by the lifeguards. I'm exhausted and we haven't even got to the first buoy. We're not giving up. Forget the fancy technique. This is survival. Find a way and remember the goals. Finish and don't be last. Yes, boss. If someone had asked me right then, how are you doing? Terrible. Once I'd finished, okay, could have been better, and I've got a plan. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how are you doing? Fine? Great! Okay. Let's try a sharper question. How could you be doing? And let me throw a rock in the pond straight away. Unless you're totally focused on the specific thing, there's a one-word answer: better. Let's jump back to my story. Loving challenges, I had the idea of doing an Ironman triathlon. At the time, I was cycling 35-kilometer round trip to work, and I was doing quite a lot of swimming. I just needed to get back to some running, and I was good to go. Fortunately, I decided to start with a couple of sprint events and was looking forward to entering some standard distance ones the next season. All was en track when, bang! I fell off my bike. My fault. But, oh, my ankle! First port of call was the physio, an associated medic, Dr. Moriarty. I've a bad news. It is ruptured. The grainy image from the ultrasound showed a monster tear in my Achilles. A few days later, the consultant, Mr. Roach, greeted me after the operation. I've never seen a tendon in such a bad state in a living person. I had to harvest a tendon from your other leg to replace it. Would I be able to get back to triathlon? Would I be able to walk again? In the end, it was 15 long months before I could run and cycle. I just did the exercises that Physio Grace told me to do. In September 2018, I completed my first ever standard distance triathlon. My goals had modified slightly. No damage, finish, and don't be last. Achieved, yay! I carried on with the exercises, and the following season picked up 2 first place finishes in my age group. Wow, I didn't expect that. However, there was a problem. I was constantly on the verge of injury in the other leg because it was now working harder and didn't like it. Help! For the first time, I approached a trainer. Alpha was his name. His initial assessment: Hilary, you got a great engine like a Ferrari, but a chassis like a go-kart.